Okay, Dr. Dunning here, reporting live during an active hurricane from the Florida coast. Today we're going to talk about hormetic stress. Hormetic stress is interesting. It's a lot like environmental stress, like a hurricane, that challenges the land life on this peninsula, and it succeeds in getting stronger afterwards. Much like a dry fast. Dry fasting is hormetic stress. It allows you to experience a challenge that will be achievable to win over. And what happens afterwards is you get stronger from it. That's the whole point. You know, we've been on this planet as a human for about 4 million years, thereabouts. And during that time period, we've had enormous amounts of hormetic stress. The thing I like about dry fasting is after you've done it, because you've made a commitment to not believe the industry that wants to make you think a certain way or another and walk a different path. Now, you believe that you know how to take care of your body better than anybody else. You know what's going on. And you decided to try dry fasting. And for all the people that are out there that are doing dry fasting right now, congratulations. You've achieved a great step in life by ignoring the blather and becoming stronger. Dry fasting gives you an inner strength you can't get really any other way, because what you've done is you've taken control of your life and your health, and the only thing you have is health. Dry fasting is great. It does all these wonderful things. It gets rid of parasites, gives you an endogenous stem cell regeneration. It's wonderful. It's been great for me. I've had lots of things fixed after a dry fast. So the other thing that's interesting is after you do one of these things and the fear of attempting it is over because you've achieved it, you're metabolically stronger and you're mentally stronger. And that's kind of the biggest step. You know, as my friend Ben Davidson says, eyes open, no fear. Because when your eyes are opened, you're not afraid of things. I mean, I tried years dealing with doctors, nothing worked. And then I did a first dry fast and everything got fixed. Most of the people that write me on my YouTube channel say the same thing. Wow, I was sort of afraid at first, but after I did it, it wasn't that hard. Of course it's not. You do it every night. You don't drink or eat while you sleep. That's a dry fast, but it's not long enough to fix the big problems. Once you go into a longer metabolic state of sleep, a lot of things get fixed. And that's the whole thing. If you want to last longer, you got to dry fast. But if you want to have, you know, state of mind, strength of will, do a dry fast. It's just about that easy. You begin to understand you're a lot stronger than you think you are. You're not privy to the whims of an industry that likes to take advantage of your health. Instead, you're taking your health back. And that's what it is. Well, I'm hoping that this microphone is not defeated by the hurricane force winds. Boy, it's loud in my other ear. So anyway, dry fasting is great. Dry fasting is a successful hormetic stress, and to give you a sense of calm and determination and focus. You know, if you're focusing on you and your life, that's what you're supposed to be focusing on. Not how to get well from some illness by an industry that is designed it so that you never really get well. You may relieve some symptoms, but it never gets to the underlying cause. Dry fasting does. Like I said, this is one of those rare times on Earth where you have the ability to find this stuff out. So when I read the Phoenix Protocol and Neogenesis, dry fasting for metabolic health, Neogenesis for physical health, you've got to exercise. The best exercise that you can do is doing an exercise. And that's what's funny. Because, yeah, you'll get bone strength. Yeah, you'll get muscle strength. but you'll also release osteocalcin. There's no other way to release it. You know, you can do a mini trampoline. That's great for it. It's double gravity on the downstroke. And stress to the bone releases osteocalcin. Osteocalcin is used in all your body. Your ovaries, your testes, your hippocampus, all of your body to keep you well. And the reason people can diet and do all these things but never exercise, never get well, because there's this component. Because we're these integrated physical and metabolic beings. And the hormone production is very critical to that. So the new book is out, A Philosophy of Time Travel, that gives you a list of all the things you can do, overlapping layers of protection to prevent you from expiring. Dry fasting automatically extends your life, extends that, you know, that shelf life. We don't even know if there's an end date if we get this figured out correctly. But I get into it in this book. It's really a great book. I hope you buy one, share it with friends, because it's everything. It's dry fasting. It's the neogenesis book. It's the iron loading problem. It's the behavior problem. It's the stress problem. All the stuff you need to know to have a longer, happier, healthier life. That's why I'm here. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy out here in the stress of this environment with all these huge ass waves coming in. But for the most part, I'm just like you. I want to live longer, happier, healthier. And if my wildest predictions are come true, I'll probably have a few friends in 2124. That's the goal. You know, it's funny. About 12,000 years ago, we had a recurring micronova. And up until about 200 years ago, we lived to about 40 years. But after the invention of the microscope and refrigeration, we bumped that up to 80 years. That's how lifespan has extended by our intellect. This is just another puzzle. But what's interesting is when you think about it, yeah, it's been 200 years since we've extended it by 40 years. But look what we've done with that 40 years in 200 years. Look at the world we have. This world didn't exist anywhere near this 200 years ago, 300 years ago. What happens when we're able to live to 120 or 160 or unending? You see, that's the goal. The goal is to have youth, time, and brain power. We need to brain up. Maybe the reason we're not at Mars right now is because we just haven't had the long-living thinkers to figure out the problems to get there, to figure out the problems of radiation to get there safely, to figure out the structures and the mechanical engineering issues of building out another planet with structures that will protect you from radiation. Because being on the surface of Mars is like being up in space out by 400 or 500 miles up. You don't have any protection. So yeah, I'm thinking the thing to do here is to extend our life. And the way to do it is to understand the metabolism of the human body. So you're going to learn a lot in this next book. It's really complicated. Sorry for that. It has to be. Because this kind of mark in the sand, line in the sand, has to be given plenty of evidence that it's a good line. You know, Sagan said, outrageous claims require outrageous proof. Well, I think I might have provided that. Anyway, so yeah, the message today is, that would about knock me down, is eyes open, no fear. You won't have much fear once you take control of your life. Take it out of the hands of people that don't deserve it. You're the person that knows you. You're the person that can heal you. You're the person that needs to do this. And again, if you're doing a dry fast right now, God bless you. If any questions, contact me on the YouTube channel, The Phoenix Protocol. And for those who have bought the other books, you're going to really like how it integrates with the new one, because they go into great detail on stuff that I could do in 300 pages, you know. So yeah, this is a fun time in life because I think I provided something that was brought through the last cataclysm, has been rediscovered before the next one, predicted in 2046, and I want to survive that, but I don't want to be old. You know, I think I figured out a way to solve aging in this next book. So if that's the case, we have a lot to look forward to. But once again, this is Dr. Dunning, live at the beach during an active hurricane, only about 150 miles west of me. And all this wind and weather and stuff is just all these clouds and all this moisture flowing into the low. But it's beautiful. And but it's dangerous. But it's not for the weak. This planet has tons of things that are wonderful, that if you're not afraid to get it, boy, the benefits are amazing. But the benefits will be a longer lifespan. If you drive fast, you've already done that. You've taken the toxins out of your body that usually end up damaging systems so bad that some small system fails and the whole thing topples over like a support column. If you drive fast, you get rid of that stuff. That's one of the reasons I drive fast every year, and one of the reasons so little comes out after a year, because your first drive fast will get rid of decades of debris that has been sitting in you because sleep isn't long enough. Anyway, I'm experiencing the the Florida hormetic stress, which is what hurricanes are, and enjoying every moment of it, because you know why? I'm not afraid, and neither should you be. Get the books, learn how to do this, contact me, or write to me. I write a response almost every email I get. Love you guys. Thanks for buying the books. Thanks for buying the supplements on Side of Life. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.